folks, welcome back to the channel. As you can see right here, I have a whole bunch of bags, and what's in the bag, it's I have some venison meat or venison jerky. On today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I make venison jerky. I will share my recipe with you guys. If you guys like it, you could find this ingredient at any local grocery store, and some of these ingredients you will have to go to an Asian store if they do have it there. And this is the deer that I harvest on my last video. It's the doe that I got with my crossbow. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that you guys would love to see hunting videos, but I was not able to go out due to bad weather. And when I do go out, for some reason, all the squirrels are hidden. So it's very tough during this time of the year because the rut season is over like 3 weeks ago, and now the females are in their den about to give birth or got birth. So that's the main reason why they're not out that much during this time of the year. They're getting ready for spring. But anyway, in the near future, off hunting season, I'll be doing some reloading, and I already have some of those clips. I just need to edit them out and look for those videos, and look for videos of other game meat, which is squirrel, ducks that I harvest during the season, and I'll make some recipe, and until we hit back to hunting season again, which starts in May. That's the first season that opens for squirrel, and of course, I'll be doing some more accuracy tests with the my air gun and my rimfire. And all right, enough talking, and enjoy this cooking videos. And till then, I'll see you. All right. Let's get this going. First of all, we will have to trim the silver skin off from this back strap. So normally what I do is I just take it off like how I would fillet a fish. I just turn it upside down and just put my knife on the side. I do not know if you can see the angle, but I just slowly go in until I get the meat, the flesh, and the silver skin, which is tendons. And once I get that in, then I just flatten my blade like this, and then just glide my knife through it, and there you go. Here's the silver skin. And I was told back then the Indian dry them up and shred them, weave them, and make them into a very strong strain. But anyway, there you go. No more silver skin. And here's another back strap that has a little bit. It doesn't matter if it's there, but if you don't want it, by all means, take them out. And it's gonna be the same process. Oh, don't mind my parrot. I guess he's just telling me that I'm doing it wrong. But anyway, there you go. And voila, no more silver skin, okay? I found out that this is the best way for me. And also, there's some fat on top So I just slowly, lightly trim it, like so. And of course, you have to use a very sharp knife. And for aesthetic, just kind of, make sure that is equal. And I normally cut like from here out. And these little straps, I just put it in here. Later, I'll be cooking this and give it to my dogs, or grind them up, and or save these silver skin and make a stock out of it. And yeah. Anyway, guys, gals, let me finish taking these silver skin off from these back strap, and also from the sirloin, okay? And basically the same concept, and I'll get back to you as soon as I get this thing all prepped out. Alright, folks, well, after we remove all the silver skin out, or the tendons, or the muscle, and we are going to slice it. So let's put this aside here, and let's just use this part, this piece. Normally when people do it, they put it in the freezer, so it gets to almost where it is frozen but not totally frozen, and then they will slice it, and they probably gonna use one of those automatic slicer, but I don't do that. I just use a good old chef knife, and it is just right off from the refrigerator. It's cold. I just eyeball it to how I want it, and basically, if you guys gonna do it, just cut it to the thickness that you prefer. Keep in mind that the thicker it is, it'll take a longer time to dehydrate, and the thicker it is, then you have to marinate it longer, which I will show you that later on. But yep, well, this is how I do it. I just put it like this and just flatten it out so that the meat will be flush, and I just hold my knife, and I just start slicing like so. I take my time doing it. I'm not in no rush, and basically this is how thick that I do it. I don't know if you guys can see it on the videos on camera, but yep, it doesn't matter how big the size is. So basically it is like cut it into a medallion, right? And yeah, so basically I just go through it like this. And just eyeball it. It doesn't take long to do it, see? And as you get into the thicker portion of the meat, and the piece of meat gets wider, and which is good. And yep, and always cut it against the grain, okay? So that when you chew on it, it's not gonna be that rough. All right, guys, gals, let me finish all this. I know that's boring, seeing me slicing through these venison meat, and I'll get back with you right after I slice them, and I'll go about showing you the ingredient that I use. And yep, all right, stay tuned now. All right, folks, guys and gals, welcome back. As you can see here, I just finished slicing them into a thin strip as I demonstrated earlier. And this is the sirloin steak, been cut into strips, along with the tenderloin, or what they call a backstrap, and these are again venison that I harvest this year, and yeah, so this is how I preserve some of my meat, is to turn them into a venison jerky, and my kids and everybody loves it. So this is a way to utilize it without wasting the meat, okay? And yeah, especially with this pandemic going on, I would like to preserve it as much as I can. But anyway, everything here is going to be put into this bowl right here, and I have sliced about, from the weight of it, it's about like 5 pounds, 6 pounds, or it could be 10 pounds. Yeah, it feels more like like 10 pounds. But anyway, apart from that, these are the ingredients that I'll be using. First of all, these right here, okay? You could get them at any Asian store. Sometime Walmart has it in their Oriental section, but basically it is just, it's upside down. Sorry guys, but I opened it the wrong way, but let's see it. Okay, it's right here. It is minced prawns and spice, and see all the spice that came out. Anyway, 1 second, let me get some napkins. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Here, okay, so these are the minced garlic prawn. So it has a very high garlicky smell, and this is about a 2 tablespoons of tenderizing salt that you could get at any grocery store. This is optional. I like to use it because when we dehydrate it, the meat the flesh stays red, like how you would buy at the at any gas station that sells jerky, beef jerky, and yeah, so it turns the jerky red. And also 2 tablespoons of coarse crush, fresh cut, fresh grind coarse black pepper. And here we have finely grind dry pepper, and also it has peppercorn inside. So it is just a peppercorn and dry chili, grind up very fine, or you could have it coarse, whatever you feel like grind it to. And what I have here, this is this stuff right here, okay? It is a soup stock, and the flavor, it's green, is because it is a kelp flavor. So you could use regular chicken stock or beef stock base slash powder, and this is what I have on hand, and this is what I've been using all the time anyway. It brings out the grape flavor, and yeah, right, so we gotta incorporate all these dry ingredient plus a semi-dry ingredient onto the venison. Now keep in mind that when we slice it, we do not wash it, and make sure that it is dry like this. And what I normally do is, let me wash my hand first. Alright guys, I'm back again. Sorry about that. I do not have a sink back here like those cooking shows. Anyway, my sink is on the opposite side. And alright, what I like to do first is I like to use these minced prawn garlic spice mix inside. So what I do is I put them inside right here, like so. And of course, I'll be using the tenderizing salt, and I just use half of it right now, okay? And I'll show you what I mean later on. I use half of this. So this is a 2 tablespoons. So basically I'm just putting 1 tablespoon here, and here is your coarse crushed black pepper. Put it in. And of course, you know, all your fine chop chili. Make sure you don't pour it high, because if it does get it coming to you, you get a sneeze. So I normally just put it down here like this. And of course, final is your stock. Again, I only use 1 tablespoon, and these are set aside for later. And as you can see, everything, it's in this bowl right here, okay? So basically what we do is you can either use your gloves or you can use your hand. And my hand is just clean. I just wash it. So I like to use my hand, and basically I just massage it all over the meat. And see, sometimes they stick to one another like this. As I massage it, I open them up and make sure that they are evenly distributed throughout the massaging or mixing. Okay, so you have to kind of like open them up like so. Alright guys, let me finish massaging these meat, and I'll get back with you after when I'm done with this. And like I have mentioned it, see, when you cut it into thin strips, see how it's bind inside? So you have to remove them so that all these will have all the coating. Some people, they actually lay down on a cookie sheet like this and do it, but well, I just do it this way because I always used of doing it this way. And some people, when they do the jerky, they just mix it like this and assuming that everything will be incorporated in, but actually it's not, okay? So my tip is to you is that make sure that it is open. See that? It doesn't even have any seasoning on it. So you have to open it and put it on top like this, and do it and so forth until it's thoroughly mixed. Okay, all right guys, and stay tuned. I'll be right back once I get this all mixed. All right guys, gals, I just finished mixing everything out, and it was sitting off camera. It was sitting for like about 10 minutes, and then I remix it again, okay? And now, remember what I told you, that we didn't use all these other 2 ingredients, which is the salt ingredient. And also, I did not mention this, but if you do not have access to hickory chips or freshly cut hickory tree, then I would suggest you guys put these. It's a smoked hickory marinade, and yeah. All right, I'll talk more about this later, but follow me to the stove. Okay, here I got a pan. It's ready. It's blazing hot right now, and what I do is I take one of these pieces and put it inside here. Okay. So basically, I'm gonna get a pan fry it, okay? The reason why I do that is I want to taste my meat before I put everything in my dehydrator. So this is the closest, and this is the fastest way to taste your meat And if I do need more salt or more flavoring, then I'll add onto it. But if I do not need it, then I do not put the rest of those ingredients inside. So basically, I'm just pan frying it like this. Whoa! Be careful, okay? Sorry, guys. There we go. Let's see if it goes again. There it goes. Yep. Pan fry it. And basically, with this ingredient and what I have done here, you could stir fry it like this if you wish to, with vegetables and stuff. And oh, there it goes again. But in this case, for this purpose, I just use it to make sure that it is cooked, and we'll be tasting it. Okay, it should be cooked. So let's move this out of the way and put it here. Okay. So basically, I'm just gonna pat dry it. Okay. I put it on high heat because you know, I want it to be cooked to the texture of a jerky. So it's basically, if you want, you could just fry it like this until it gets crispy, and then save it and put it in a bag. And it's the same thing, but dehydrating and cooking until crispiness. It has its own texture and flavor too, but you could do that. And I'm gonna take a piece off. I'm gonna take the piece that it is mostly cooked, give it a try. You have to eat it a couple of times. Okay, now this is the way I like it, but I will put a little bit more of those stock of seasoning on. So let's get back to the table. Okay. Perfect. So I'm gonna use all of these, okay? Put them all in. Well, almost all. And then just pre-mix it again, like this. Okay? All right. Okay. Okay, this should be good right now because it's gonna be marinated for 2 hours, and 2 hours only. You can marinate it overnight if you wish, but normally when I do it, I just marinate it for 2 hours. The reason it's that is because I cut it thin. So we just gotta let it sit at room temperature, okay? Do not put it in the refrigerator. If you wish, you could, but the reason why I do not put it in the refrigerator and only marinate it for 2 hours is that I want to keep this meat at room temperature. And when I leave it at room temperature, when I put it in the dehydrator, it's gonna get heat up, so everything will be evenly, the heat will be evenly distributed throughout your dehydrator, okay? All right, so just gonna let this sit aside. And I kind of mentioned earlier, I was rushing to the stove because my oil was getting hot. But anyway, if you do not have access to hickory tree or hickory chips, then I would suggest using this hickory flavored marinade onto your meat, because it will get that smoky hickory smell to it. But the reason why I do not use it is because I will soak some freshly cut hickory bark and clean them, and I'm gonna throw them inside the dehydrator along with the venison meat. And once in a while, you know, I'll just go back and remove that tray and re-soak it, and so forth and so forth, so you can have that flavor the actual like 100% flavor of the hickory go into your meat. All right. I hope that makes sense. And over here, I just use a typically standard dehydrator that you could buy at the store, Walmart, on Amazon. It's nothing fancy about it. And of course, you could dehydrate inside the oven, but I prefer it in here. And because you cannot go wrong, it's pre-adjust to the temperature that according to FDA to properly dehydrate or turn your whatever meat into that jerky. All right. And yep, let me get everything set up. And we gotta wait for 2 hours. So I'll see you back in 2 hours from now, and we will prep it up. And I'll show you how I do the hickory chip inside this dehydrator. And yep, until then, stand by, and see you later. All right, folks, welcome back. Anyway, it's been 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours, and this is the meat that we marinate 2 hours ago. And yeah, after it's been sit for 2 hours, I already pre-mixed it. Okay, so it's already pre-mixed, and this is what we gotta do. All right. I have some crushed black pepper here, and I'll bring the camera closer. Okay, so I got some crushed black pepper here, and it's optional, okay? But I like to make one dehydrator with a little bit more black pepper, and the other one will be just normal like this. And here, the hickory bark. So I normally use hickory bark. I just go into the woods, my buddy's place, and if I'm lazy to chop down a hickory tree, then I just go from tree to tree and gather these bark. When they get to a certain age, the bark will actually kind of like peel out like this, and then all you do is just grab it and break it, okay? And these are clean. I scrub it with the copper scrub pads, and I soak them in here, warm water, all right? And the thing is that I'm gonna rack these things up with the meat, and I will have a rack like this with the soaked hickory wood, and it's gonna be on the bottom, okay? And simple, heat rises, so as it gets heat up in here, it will relieve the moisture from this hickory, which will turn, into a hickory smoke, right? Okay, so basically it's gonna be smoking in there, and all the smoke will circulate within the dehydrator. And yeah, all right. So basically, this is what I do. Let me do a rack for you, and after this, then I'm gonna turn off the camera until I finish putting it on all the racks. Okay, so basically, I just, because it's thinly, so this is a time-consuming thing. Okay, so it's basically like a two-person job, but my wife is holding the camera, so I'm just put it in right now. But all you want is just a couple of space in between the pieces, and make sure that the pieces is a uniform, like so. Okay, and there's small pieces, big pieces. It's like a puzzle game. Just fill in the gap. Okay, it doesn't matter where you put it, as long as the gap has been filled. Try to utilize every single part of this tray, but if not, then it's okay. Just go on with the other tray, and if needed more, then grab another dehydrator, and etc. So yeah, this is one way of preserving, and well, this is the fastest way to get rid of the venison meat, especially with your kids. And after you do it, you know, you cannot smell the gaminess of the venison meat. All you smell is the smoked hickory flavor. Okay, so I think we're good here. And here, usually, you know, just grab a towel. I usually just on one side would do. Don't have to do both sides. I normally just do one side because you already have some peppers and chili on it, so it's already pretty spicy. But I just want to have a taste of pepper, black pepper that is. Okay, so after this, and then I just put it in the rack. Oop, wrong way. Yep, like I mentioned it, I'm saving the last rack. And basically, you can just put it on this rack right here. Because, so it's gonna be like this. And you get put your woods like this. Okay. Don't worry, these water will evaporate. And like so. Okay, this is a trick that I have done. I don't know if people do this on their dehydrator, but it's the same concept as a smoker, like a pellet smoker. It's the same concept. And then what I do is, okay, I just slide this in here like this. Okay, all right. Okay, like so. All right, and let me rack all these up, and this one. Then I'll get back to you after this, all right? Okay, stay tuned. All right, guys, gals. I finished, well, actually, me and my wife, now we finished racking them up already. As you can see, bring the camera down here. There you go. It's all racked up here, here. So, and also in here. And these are the pepper ones. So you can see all this pepper. The thing is that when I sprinkle the pepper down, when I'm done, I just kind of gently press it down so that it'll adhere to the meat. And yeah. So anyway, it's gonna be plugged down in the basement for 6 to 8 hours, depending on how is drying. Okay, so basically every 6 hour time I check it, and if it's good, if not, then go for another 2 hours. Normally it don't take more than that, roughly around 135 degrees. And well, guys, gals, we see you guys tomorrow, and I'll show you the final product. And yep, 3 dehydrator, so all these are 10 pounds. And after I dehydrate it, it's probably about like probably between 7.5 pounds because of the moisture. But yeah, it's a lot though. But anyway, see you tomorrow, and let's see how the final product is. Okay, all right, see ya. Good morning, folks. Well, this is the following day, and we ran these venison meat through the dehydrator for about 6 hours. And look at this. Look at this, guys. It is absolutely beautiful. I took 2 of these dehydrator and put them in the bowl already. And I still have some in here. I haven't taken it out yet. Still saving it for you guys. And look at that. Look at that, guys. Perfect thickness. Very nice, very nice. And they're all dry. So basically, I'm gonna put them in here. Just shake them in like this. And once I once I get this thing removed, transfer from here to here. Look at that, guys. Deer jerky right here. And I'm gonna put these in a vacuum seal and seal it up. And it's gonna be weighted like ½ pound each. So I'll probably get about 3 or 4 bags. And yep, this is how I do my deer jerky. I do the same thing to a beef. And of course, if you like, pork, I have never seen people do a chicken though, but I think you could do to chicken also. Yep, this is how I do it from step to step. And if you guys like it, give it a try. If not, then you might have a better way of doing it. And please share. And if you see anything that I have done that needs more of attention, then please write down a comment below. And well, I appreciate you guys following me from step 1 all the way to the finished product. And I'll see you guys on the next video, right? Until then, stay safe now.